Stop! Hammer time! The title of today's movie is Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter, and before you get all thrown off by the title, let me plead my case here. The movie kicks off by showing us a young girl getting the youth sucked out of her by unseen forces while walking in the woods. Well, you can't have that, so Dr. Marcus of the town of blah-de-blah calls his old war buddy Captain Kronos, seriously his name, and his buddy Professor Hieronymus Gross, also seriously his name, to flush out the bugaboo. The first thing old Cap does is free his future love interest Carla from her bondage. Kinky. The newly formed trio head to Marcus's place and tell him, yep, you got vampires, and they're super vampires that drain life instead of blood. Hey, you got any more food? They mooch off Marcus and perform time-consuming vampire trekking techniques, all the while kicking much butt and giving us heart-wrenching backstory about the captain as he diddly-bops his new boo. Marcus visits the creepiest family in town, made up of some very British siblings, an ancient mama, and a dead daddy. We get the feeling that something isn't right here, and spoiler alert, something isn't right here. Oh, and on the way home, Marcus gets bit and turns into a more traditional vampire. Except he can't be killed like traditional vampires, and believe me, Cap and the Professor run the gambit on their old friend. The thing that finally kills Marcus is a simple steel cross jammed into his chest. They're like, no way, but whatever. So the Professor, who is apparently not only a scholar of the occult, but a world-class smithy, makes the Captain a sword forged from the cross stolen from a graveyard. They use their magic tracking science to deduce that the Durwards are the culprits. Big spoiler time, Mama is an ancient and Daddy is the vampire. The kids are just spoiled and inbred. Kronos and Daddy Durwood square off in a classy display of dirty fair fighting. Guess who wins? Of course the Captain wins! He gets the girl and they leave the Durwood kids with the bodies and a lot of questions. Farewell, Captain Kronos. Sorry you didn't get a franchise out of this. Now this movie is a standalone Hammer-produced vampire killing flick. Once the Dracula Van Helsing string of movies fell to the wayside, Hammer was trying anything to stay afloat. But in my opinion, they struck gold with this oddball concept. A former British officer bitten by his old lady is now a half-vampire/vampire hunter who travels around with a hunchback of all trades kicking butt with a samurai sword. Sorry, Mr. Snipes, but you can't touch him. Anyway, if you love period piece vampire flicks with spooky dialogue-free montages mixed with badass swashbuckling swordplay, then find this movie because without it, we wouldn't have Kill Bill. You know what, that's a lie. I have no evidence to back that up.